July 25th, 2011. That's right, 2011. This is not a mistake. This is the chart from October 10th of 2008. I am not a fearmonger, okay, and I don't want to be viewed as any. But I spoke to a couple of people today, and the complacency in this market is actually scary. Today, the markets, Dow Jones was down 88 points, 0.7%. NASDAQ Composite 16 points, S&P 7 points, 0.6%. Remember 2008, the banking crisis? It wasn't the sell-off that I want to bring your minds to. It's what we were doing each and every day. I don't know about you, but if you play the markets for a living, you were stuck glued to the TV looking to see what was going on in Washington, D.C. Are they going to pass TARP? Are they not going to pass TARP? They don't pass TARP, the Dow drops 700 points. Then they pass TARP a week later, and we rally 1,000 points. I got the same sort of feeling. Now let's look at today's S&P 500, and this is the crazy part, okay? Everybody seems to be so complacent. They think that this market has no shot. There we go. They feel like we can't go lower. It's nuts. Here we are here. I want to go click over to a weekly chart. How do I get rid of this? I'm sorry, guys. This isn't very professional. Well, this is the chart here for today. Everybody's complacent. We have Republicans and Democrats. We got the president coming on TV tonight at 9 o'clock. It's like watching a schoolyard, two kids beating up each other. It's discouraging as an American, but we have issues. I still believe this debt ceiling thing gets rectified. I think this is all grandstanding. It's all politics. It's going to let everybody go back to their base, and tell them how they did everything they could for them. We tried to get them to raise taxes. We tried not to get taxes raised. None of that matters. If these lunatics, because there's nobody that's listening to this video that should truly be surprised me saying that we got a bunch of idiots in D.C. There are some smart people, but just the whole vibe of the city is very discouraging. This has never happened before. We've never defaulted on our debts before. If for some reason this debt ceiling doesn't get raised, it's never happened. We don't know what can happen. And people are just buying stocks. They're like, no big deal. If they raise it, they'll raise it. I'm not, again, saying be scared. But at the very least, be concerned. Have some shorts in place. Netflix, a name we've talked about on the short side now for some time, had a real nice pop. Oh, I just want to curse. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why this chart's showing up here. It shouldn't, but it is. My apologies. Netflix came after close. Earnings better than expected. Revenues not. Stock is going to sell off big tomorrow. I think it's just the beginning. We might get a bounce, 9:30, 10 o'clock, but ultimately I think Netflix goes much lower. Okay, we've today in our locker room we detailed the different plays. I went with selling the upside calls to finance the downside puts. My cash outlay zero. I was already long the stock with the hedge in place with the $300 calls, but we had some people buying 260 puts, 250 puts. I think all of them will make money. It's just a matter of how much, depending on how long you hold on. But I think Netflix has a date with this 200-day moving average. I'm not going to punch in because we don't get the quotes from anyway, but tomorrow morning they're going to dub Wisdom Tree, which we've talked about in here 2 or 3 times. The new symbol tomorrow is going to be WETF. The old symbol on the pink sheets, WSDT. They're ringing the opening bell. They have earnings Friday morning. This is a company I really think that should be on your radar. Hence, we put it on your radar a couple of weeks ago. We could have got this thing under 7. Now it's above 8. Ultimately, I think it goes to $10, $12 a share. How soon? I don't know. I don't need to tell you when. But Wisdom Tree is one to keep an eye on. We got a couple of shorts coming up. Deckers is another one we like to the short side. And we have another earnings play. Come visit our site. Sign up for a free trial. Check it out. I think you'll like. And I promise you won't have this big chart in your way. I don't know. I have computer issues today, so my apologies. But appreciate you guys listening. Hopefully you make some money on Netflix. We've been talking about this play for the last couple of weeks. It's been on our radar. And I will talk about it again tomorrow, hopefully counting out how much money we make. Have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.